This government will require all Americans intending to come to the Philippines to apply and secure a visa before they can enter Philippine territory. I have a statement to make. The United States 2020 budget contains a provision which authorizes the U.S. Secretary of State to ban government officials in the Philippines from entering their territory about whom he has, quote, credible information have been involved in the wrongful imprisonment of Senator Leila de Lima, unquote. While some media outlets have been twisting this information in their headlines as an outright ban against Philippine officials involved in the case of Senator de Lima from traveling to the U.S., we have explained repeatedly that the subject provision is ineffective given that the Filipino senator is not wrongfully detained, and therefore the impossibility of the U.S. Secretary of State to receive credible information with regard thereto. Should a ban from entry into U.S. territory be enforced against Philippine officials involved in or by reason of Senator de Lima's lawful imprisonment, this government will require all Americans intending to come to the Philippines to apply and secure a visa before they can enter Philippine territory. Meanwhile, the Philippines is immediately ordering the Bureau of Immigration to deny U.S. Senators Dick Durbin and Patrick Leahy, the imperious, uninformed, and gullible American legislators who introduced the subject provision in the 2020 budget entry to the Philippines. The case of Senator de Lima is not one of persecution, as we repeatedly said. It's one of prosecution. In fact, it is already being tried by our courts. And no less than the highest court of the land, the Supreme Court, has ruled on the validity of her detention as being lawful and valid. No other state can dictate upon our officials, judges, and justices the manner upon which we enforce and interpret our own laws vis-a-vis those who are believed to have committed a violation against our laws. We reiterate that the Philippines, and we address this specifically to the senators named, as well as those who approve that provision, that we, the Philippines, is an independent and sovereign state, and it stands in parity with all other states, including the United States. And any form of pressure that is deemed or tantamount to an interference into our established justice system or other processes shall be reciprocated in accordance with our municipal law as well as public international law or the law of nations. In other words, we will not sit idly if they continue to interfere with our processes as a sovereign state.
Question, MPC. Henry.
Secretary, clarification lang. Kasi dito sa, nakalagay dito sa U.S. Embassy website, U.S. citizens planning to enter and visit the Philippines for 30 days or less do not need a visa prior to travel to the Philippines, provided their U.S. passport is valid until they have a valid return ticket. Anong ibig sabihin nito? Lahat lang, hindi lang yung tourist visa? Yung tourist U.S. citizen na pupunta rito?
Lahat.
Lahat na.
Kung i-enforce nila. Yun ang kulatila doon. If they will enforce this provision in the U.S. budget, then we will be compelled to require all Americans entering into this country to secure a visa before they can
Regardless
be
of their
allowed entry.
purposes. Regardless of their purposes, Secretary.
Regardless.
Okay.
Thank you, Henry. Julie, pagkatapos si Joseph.
Sir, was this the decision of President Duterte to impose?
Yes,
Okay. When did he communicate this desire?
To me.
When, sir?
last night, he asked me to issue this statement.
Can you tell us, sir, how he shared with you yung decision niya to impose
Yun,
this?
kung ano yung sinabi ko, exactly what he said.
Sir, will this affect, halimbawa, many Filipinos are also U.S. citizens na rin. Will this ban also affect? Will this
All
requirement
Americans,
also
if
affect?
you, if you are a U.S. citizen, then you are an American.
Okay, sir. Tapos, sir, can you describe to us yung sentiment ni President Duterte? Was he angry na ganito yung naging kahinatnan? Kasi it has been a few days since
You don't have to
this
be
came
angry to issue that statement when your sovereignty is being assailed. If you're the head of a state, that is the natural course of action that one takes.
Julie, follow up. Joseph. Okay na, Joseph? Ina? Okay na tayo doon sa issue? Pia?
Sir, did the president take into account the possible repercussions or negative effects that it will have